we hunted animals far larger in size and stature, leading to hundreds and thousands of years of domination. Today, we have become so powerful that we can hunt virtually any animal on Earth.
The origins of human hunting trace back more than 2 million years, well before the rise of Homo sapiens. Archaeological evidence from sites like Gona and Conjera in East Africa reveals cut-marked bones and crude stone tools dating to around 2.6 million years ago. These marks indicate that early hominins were not just scavengers, but active participants in processing carcasses for meat and marrow. This dietary shift toward consuming animal protein played a transformative role in the evolution of early humans, fueling both physiological and cognitive development. One of the most significant implications of this meat-rich diet was the evolution of larger brains. Compared to their Australopithecine ancestors, species such as Homo erectus exhibited smaller guts and bigger brains, an adaptation believed to be made possible by the high caloric and nutrient content of meat. This evolutionary trade-off, often described as the expensive tissue hypothesis, suggests that energy once used for digestion was now diverted toward brain development, leading to improved cognition and problem-solving skills, essential for tracking and hunting prey. Moreover, the development of cooperation and communication likely gained momentum through hunting activities. The process of planning a hunt, coordinating with others, and processing the kill would have required more advanced social behavior and language-like communication. These capabilities became defining traits of Homo sapiens. Early cave art, such as that found in India's Bhimbetka rock shelters, provides visual testimony to the role of hunting in shaping the daily lives and spiritual worlds of early humans. Hunting also solidified the bond between humans and their environment. Early humans relied on an intimate knowledge of animal behavior, migration patterns, and seasonal changes to succeed in the hunt. This ecological awareness laid the groundwork for later forms of land use, including animal domestication and agriculture. In essence, hunting was not just a survival tactic, it was foundational to human development, social structure, and cultural expression. As early humans became more adept hunters, their tools and techniques evolved dramatically. The earliest known stone tools, classified as Oldowan, were primarily used for cutting meat and breaking bones. Over time, more refined Acheulean tools, like hand axes, emerged around 1.6 million years ago, allowing for more efficient butchery and possibly even the dispatching of prey. These tools mark a significant technological leap, showcasing human ingenuity and adaptability. By around 400,000 years ago, humans began crafting wooden spears, as evidenced by discoveries in Schoningen, Germany. These weapons allowed for thrusting and throwing, enabling hunters to engage larger and more dangerous prey from a safer distance. With the eventual arrival of projectile technologies like the atlatl spear thrower and the bow and arrow, humans gained unprecedented reach and precision. These innovations not only increased hunting success, but also altered group dynamics, as coordination and role specialization became more pronounced. The most recent advancements in hunting tools came with the mastery of metallurgy and firearms. From slings and blowguns to rifles and traps, the industrial and post-industrial eras brought about a massive increase in lethality and efficiency. Firearms enabled the targeting of animals from long distances and in greater numbers, contributing to both regulated sport hunting and large-scale overexploitation. Each stage in the technological evolution of hunting mirrors humanity's growing command over nature and the escalating need for ethical and sustainable management. Throughout history, hunting has been a central component of survival, identity, and economy across cultures and continents. In Africa and parts of Asia, traditional bushmeat hunting remains a vital source of protein and cultural continuity. Communities have hunted antelope, wild pigs, monkeys, and birds using spears, snares, and later, guns. These practices are not simply utilitarian. They often involve spiritual beliefs, rites of passage, and knowledge passed down through generations. In Europe, the transition from subsistence to regulated recreational hunting took place over centuries. While early Europeans relied on hunting for food, medieval times saw the rise of hunting as a noble pursuit. Aristocrats hunted game on preserved lands, often using falcons, hounds, and elaborate techniques. In more recent centuries, European nations established hunting seasons and license systems to prevent overexploitation and ensure wildlife sustainability. The Americas offer an equally diverse hunting history. Native Americans hunted large game like bison and elk long before European arrival, often employing communal strategies like driving animals over cliffs. Post-colonial commercial hunting, however, led to ecological disasters, such as the decimation of the bison population and the extinction of the passenger pigeon. In South America and the Arctic, indigenous communities continue to hunt today, balancing tradition with modern conservation pressures. Each region tells a story of human reliance on wildlife and the consequences of imbalance. In today's world, hunting continues to serve three major roles: recreation, subsistence, and commerce. Recreational hunting is especially prevalent in developed nations like the United States, Canada, and parts of Europe. Here, hunting is highly regulated and often integrated with conservation goals. Millions of hunters purchase licenses annually, contributing to state and federal wildlife programs. Many species, such as white-tailed deer and wild turkey, are managed to ensure healthy populations through seasonal harvests. Subsistence hunting persists as a lifeline in many indigenous and rural communities. In the Amazon, the Congo Basin, Southeast Asia, and the Arctic, hunting wild animals is essential for both food and cultural identity. For example, Inuit communities in Canada and Alaska rely on seals, caribou, and whales not only for nutrition, but also for maintaining ancestral traditions. These practices are typically low impact and governed by traditional ecological knowledge, though external pressures and changing climates increasingly affect their viability. Commercial hunting, while economically lucrative, is more contentious. Trophy hunting generates revenue for some African countries, but it also raises ethical questions, especially when involving endangered species. The global wildlife trade, both legal and illegal, has escalated sharply, endangering animals like pangolins, elephants, and rhinos. Meanwhile, bushmeat markets in growing urban centers can threaten wildlife populations and public health. As demand for wild animal products rises, the tension between profit and preservation grows more acute. When carefully regulated, hunting offers several ecological and social benefits. One of its most crucial roles is wildlife population control. In ecosystems where predators have been eliminated, such as in many parts of the US, hunting helps prevent overpopulation and disease in species like deer and wild boar. Left unchecked, these animals can cause habitat degradation, agricultural loss, and even vehicle collisions, making hunting a tool for ecological balance. Another major advantage is funding for conservation. Programs like the US Pittman-Robertson Act and Federal Duck Stamp have raised billions for wildlife habitat preservation, anti-poaching patrols, and research. These funds support not only game species, but also threatened ecosystems and non-game wildlife. In many regions, hunters are among the most active supporters of environmental protection, working hand in hand with conservation biologists. Culturally and nutritionally, hunting provides benefits that go beyond economics. It offers communities a sustainable source of lean, organic meat and preserves ancestral skills and rituals. In indigenous and rural societies, hunting is often intertwined with identity, spirituality, and seasonal rhythms. Even in urban settings, interest in hunting has resurged among those seeking self-sufficiency, ethical meat sourcing, and a deeper connection to nature. Despite its advantages, hunting can lead to serious ecological harm when poorly managed. Historical examples include the extinction of the dodo, great auk, and moa, species that vanished within decades of intense human hunting. In the modern era, overhunting continues to threaten biodiversity, particularly in tropical forests and marine ecosystems where enforcement is weak and demand remains high. Unregulated or excessive hunting can also destabilize food chains and damage ecosystems. Removing top predators like wolves or jaguars can cause prey populations to surge, leading to overgrazing and habitat collapse. In tropical forests, widespread hunting of mammals for bushmeat results in the empty forest syndrome. Ecosystems that appear intact but have lost their key wildlife species. These changes often ripple through plant reproduction, seed dispersal, and even soil health. Additionally, the commercial wildlife trade brings with it ethical concerns and public health risks. Black market trafficking of ivory, rhino horn, and exotic animals fuels organized crime and pushes species toward extinction. Wildlife markets have also been implicated in zoonotic disease outbreaks, including SARS and potentially COVID-19. The cost of uncontrolled hunting is not just environmental. It can be economic and societal as well. Hunting here has shaped human history more profoundly than most realize. It catalyzed brain development, fostered cooperation, and taught our ancestors how to read the land and its creatures. From crude stone tools to advanced rifles, the evolution of hunting reflects humanity's journey from survival to stewardship. Yet, as our power over nature has grown, so too have the consequences of its misuse. In the present day, hunting continues to fill multiple roles: economic, nutritional, cultural, and ecological. In some contexts, it is vital for sustenance and heritage. In others, it serves as a conservation strategy and outdoor tradition. But it is clear that without strong regulation, scientific guidance, and respect for ecological limits, hunting can quickly become destructive. The future of hunting rests on finding balance. Policies must differentiate between sustainable use and exploitation, between cultural rights and commercial excess. By honoring its origins and acknowledging its impact, humanity has the opportunity to make hunting part of a more responsible and respectful relationship with the natural world.